Hello and welcome to the Peak Millennials podcast. I'm Collins.
And I'm Natalie.
Each week, we will delve deep into various peak millennial topics, exploring what we remember
And what we want to forget.
and read some captivating stories that'll invoke a sense of deja vu in all of us.
This is the age before iPhones and the social media we know today.
This is where a good mixed CD, silver eyeshadow, and TV raised us.
So crack open a Jones soda.
Off your black Converse.
And let's teleport into the world of the peak millennials. Make sure to send your stories to the peakmillennialspod@gmail.com or our Instagram at peakmillennialspod or peakmillennialpod. Good Lord.
And make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when we go live.
Yes.
We did it.
Proof we are not AI.
On.
I think this is almost a thing every week now. We're just like, we're not AI. We're not AI here.
That's true.
Side note, hello.
Hello.
I have to tell you something about Jones Soda.
Oh, tell me the thing about Jones Soda.
Jones Soda did a collab with Fallout.
What?
Like the video game?
Yeah, the video game.
So you can get it on the Jones Soda website. There's 3 flavors. There's Nuka-Cola, Quantum, Grape Soda, and then Sarsaparilla.
Oh.
Or if you have a Costco membership, you can get all 3 in a pack.
Oh, well, I do have a Costco membership. If this is the first time that you're listening to the podcast, thank you so much for joining us. And if you are returning, thank you for coming back. We got a lot of feedback on our episode from last week.
Woo!
It's almost like when we start talking about retail trauma, it's the trauma of working in retail, especially this time of year, that people suddenly have very relatable stories.
Right. And
It's crazy.
It's crazy to think that we all have lived very similarly in the retail aspect of things. Like, I love it.
I do too.
I love it.
But thank you all for sending us DMs. I mean, literally, like, I could scroll. I mean, y'all showed up. You showed up in my inboxes as well. I'm sure they showed up in your inboxes as well. But y'all have great stories, and thank you so much. If we shared your story last week, I really appreciate that. That you had really great feedback about our show last week. So thank you.
It makes me so happy. I love to see that people are interacting, or that our listeners are interacting, or that they have things to say. And everything has been so wonderful and so positive, and it's just like felt so good. Mind you, we have had a couple of silly little trollables, but like to be fair, they just kind of like doesn't really like, we just don't really whatever people are gonna be trolly regardless.
I mean, the more they troll, the more it boosts our videos into the algorithm. There was some weird things going on with YouTube this week where I went to upload some shorts and they were just like stuck in the pending cycle.
Oh, no.
So then you like delete it and then try to. So I don't know what's going on there. It might be user error, because it very well could have been. But yeah, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. This week we are still talking in the realm of Christmas, holiday season. But we wanted to talk about the toy aspects, what we remember getting, different memories that we have. I will share a lot of my like early childhood memories really resolve around me getting toys that my brother stole or broke right afterwards. Like I was telling my husband, I really liked Barbie, but I also loved like Skipper and Kelly and Chelsea and like all the other supporting characters, because it really filled out the smorgasbord of Barbie herself.
Barbie, yeah.
But like, I got a Joey, I got a Skipper, a Kelly, and one year they just right after Christmas, and I was like, where did they go? Come to find out, my brother took their heads off, and then he just put their headless bodies in the garden.
What was that kid's name from Toy Story?
Oh, Sid.
Sid. So you just had a garden full of like Sid toys?
And
Jesus.
once you pop a Barbie's head off, there was
Yeah.
no putting it back on the ball, you know?
No, no,
But
no, no, no.
yeah. So we made a list of some toys that we kind of all remembered having. There was a lot less choice back then.
Totally.
And the internet shopping, as we know, didn't really exist because we all just kind of shopped at Toys R Us, Walmart.
Yeah, it was like Toys R Us. You could sometimes get toys at like JCPenney.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really just like grocery store. So you had Walmart, Fred Meyer,
But like for the most
Toys R
part,
Us.
everybody remembers the commercials,
Mm-hmm.
which bring me back to 90s commercials, 2000s commercials, because they were innovative. It was exciting. I saw other children. And so, for instance, one of the toys that was heavily featured in a lot of these like ads that I was rewatching was, remember the diary that you had to speak into it
Oh,
to
yeah, yeah.
unlock it?
What was that called? Oh, hold on. Now I have to Google it. The
Now you
special
should Google it.
diary.
But it was like I saw multiple iterations of this ad, and I was like, wow, like there was something, especially with us, that like we really wanted to journal or like keep a diary. And I started keeping a diary because we read Diary of Anne Frank. What? Like she was in fourth grade, I was in fourth grade. Like there was a connection, even though she was escaping Nazi Germany. I
Not
just had
funny. It's very sad.
right. It's very sad. It's a very sad story.
Very
I
sad.
actually just repurchased a copy when I went to the Holocaust Museum.
Oh my goodness.
But I actually have it.
By the way, it was called My Password Journal.
My password journal, yes.
And it was hot pink with like a spiral on the inside. I also I've read that book so many times.
It's a great one. I've been keeping it on my
sorry. Go ahead.
On my shelf over here. I have like a small shelf here in the office.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't started it because I've been trying to read all of my books I bought impulsively this year that I'm trying to finish. So
your TBR is just like overflowing.
Everything is.
Speaking of, not to like derail completely, did you take that class in school? The
Which
World War
class?
II class?
No, I didn't.
Oh, that was a good class.
Oh,
I took it. It was one of my favorite, like, not, it wasn't one of my favorite classes. I'm not like a crazy person, but like,
it's probably interesting. Yeah.
I don't know why, but I really I have a lot of interest in like World War II. And that whole concept of the Holocaust and all of that stuff. I've like studied it quite heavily when I was in my younger years. But I read a lot of books about the Holocaust. And it was very sad, very sad, very sad.
You would have really enjoyed the Holocaust Museum in Dallas, Texas, which is where I got this. Because I bought it because it's the 75th anniversary edition of it. And plus the person that spoke at the Holocaust Museum has a little excerpt in it. Research person. But I I think it's important. I've never regretted any books that I've purchased, but like
Mhm.
for sure there was something about having a diary that based on the Anne Frank book really made me want to keep a diary or a journal even though I'm not escaping Nazis. I
Oh, yeah,
am,
no.
talking about my crush from, soccer
My crush,
practice.
Wes or
Yeah.
Adam,
Okay.
Brad.
Yeah.
Those were all crush names that I had, by the way. I wasn't just making names
Wait,
up, but
West
that was true.
Power or Deshano?
Deshano. Sorry if
Deshano.
you ever if anybody that knows that person. I had a harder what was his name? Brian the sailor. What was his name?
Oh.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
My mom was friends with his mom, and so like we would run into each other occasionally, and I would be like, "Oh, it's fate." Ironically enough, like how I married somebody with the name of Brian, but
You know
like
what? Speaking of which, we just got notified that our 20-year high school reunion.
we did carpool.
Mm-hmm.
We're in a carpool.
Yeah,
That's
let's
actually
carpool.
it's also my 11th wedding anniversary that day.
What
So I was
better
like,
way to spend
sure,
your
Leah, like we're gonna be there celebrating our anniversary and 20 years of no high school.
I was kind of shocked that it costs money, but at the same time I'm not because if I'm going to go to an event, I want it to be exclusive to like having a good time, like I know what to expect type of thing.
To be
But
very honest though, the price of it is like a quarter of the price that Brian's was when they did their
really,
20th anniversary because their
wow.
tickets were like $150 a person. And all they did is they went to what's that like place where you play putt-putt golf and drink beer? Flat Stick Pub,
Flat
whatever it's
stick,
called.
or yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's where they were going, was like Flat Stick Pub.
Interesting.
But I am interested to see how it goes, and I am very excited to like have a set plan for
Hmm.
a day that like we'll do like adult things.
I'm
So,
into it.
so yeah.
But let's jump into topic at hand: millennial Christmas toys, things that we regret getting, all of the things. You start.
All right. So something I was looking at your list and our lists are very similar. Um so there were two toys that were like ultra hyped when we
Hmm.
were growing up. The
Hmm.
first one, and you told me the correct pronunciation, which I was always raised that was a Tamagotchi, but it's a Tamo-GO-chi.
Yeah, it's a Tamagotchi. Every video that I was
Tamagotchi.
watching, and apparently it's a play off of like a non-English word, so obviously we butchered it. But it goes with you.
Which
Tamagotchi.
why would we have never thought about that? Because it
Yeah.
comes on a key ring.
Right?
So so yeah, but I wanted one so bad. And I got one for
Hmm.
Christmas. And it was beautiful. And it was the clear green,
Oh,
like
you had the
not
green
the
one?
yeah, it wasn't like the opaque one. It was like almost like that jelly where you could see through it.
Ooh.
And I was obsessed with it. And my mom was like, "Don't take that to school. You're going to lose it." And I was like, "No, mom, I have to keep feeding her. It's going to die." Cuz like the sense of like anxiety that they put in with the
Yeah.
Tamagotchi is like if you don't feed it, it's going to die and then you're going to have to like get another one. And so I was like, "Oh my gosh, I just want to keep it alive." And I took it to school and I lost it at recess.
No.
And
So
I don't even think I had it for like 2 weeks.
that was the thing. It's like it was literally this size. Like it's like a,
Mhm.
a little keychain kind of
Like a little
size.
egg.
And it had a little display on it. It had this little
Mhm.
little guy, very
Little guy.
pixelated. You had three buttons. Some of them only had two buttons to which you
Mhm.
press and you feed it, and then you would clean up its poop. You would play
Mess.
with it.
Mhm.
All the things. It's like, this is a little baby, a little thing that I wanted to take care of. And it was a huge fad.
Yeah.
But yeah, similarly, I lost mine on the bus.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I was on the
That's almost
bus.
worse.
Yeah, it's fifth grade. I was sitting on the
Mhm.
bus, and because I've always been like attach my rings or my keys or whatever to my belt loop. Something happened, and my belt loop broke.
Oh,
So my
no.
house key, like all of my keys, like fell off, and I felt it like some sort of tug, like I had passed someone on the bus and it
Mhm.
probably fell, or like I was, getting to the bus or between the classroom and getting home, I lost it, and having to like
No.
tell my mom,
Oh, no. I lost it.
I lost my Tamagotchi that I got for Christmas.
I'm
I
just
got
like,
in
"Too
so much
bad."
trouble. I
Yeah,
got
I
in so
did
much trouble.
too. It was like, "You're irresponsible, you lost it," and it's like, "Well,
Mhm,
I'm in 5th grade. I'm, like, 10, 11 years old."
mhm.
Like, let's be really real for a second.
So I'm gonna
Um
tell you another one that I was just reminded of is that there
mm.
was a Pikachu Tamagotchi that was like this size, and it was the shape
Mhm,
of like a little Game Boy, but
mhm,
similar properties of like you have to feed it, walk it.
mhm.
It would run away if you neglected it. Yeah.
Oh my
Mhm.
gosh.
And I had one, and it like acted as like a virtual pedometer too. Like the steps that you would
Yeah,
take, it would make it happy because Pikachu walks with you. And then it's one of those things that I remember having it, and then I
yeah.
remember like getting mad at Pokemon, so I threw it away.
You didn't.
I got mad, so I threw it away.
No.
I can buy
No.
a new one. Well, a new one. I can buy a used one on eBay right now for $47.50.
One of my coworkers collects them. Like, she loves
Oh,
Tamagotchis, and
that's crazy.
she has, like, when we're doing, like, work calls and stuff, she has, like,
Mhm,
a ton of them, like, just on her wall, just, like, right behind her. I
mhm,
actually have one right now. Um, I don't I don't play with it. It's, BTS did, like, a essentially kind of like a collab, but not like an
mhm.
official one, and so they have, like, these little figures of the members from BTS, like, as they're essentially like well, how do I describe it? They they're like the Tiny Tan they call them Tiny Tan, but they're just, like, these little, like, chibi characters
Oh, that's
of
cute.
yeah, and they're super cute, but the one that I have is, like, my favorite member from BTS, and he's like it's just like him sitting and the way that his hands are, he can just, like, hold this itty bitty, and it's, like it's teeny. It's only, like, this big. It's super, super
Yeah,
small,
little
and
chibi.
I yeah, and I don't well, the Tamagotchi thing is, like, that
Oh, the
small.
Tamagotchi is little
Yeah, yeah,
on
yeah.
the
It's a little
interesting.
like a little egg, but the whole setup is probably, like, this big.
Oh my
It's not very big.
god.
And I have it as, like, a collector's thing, and it sits on my desk, and, of course, like, my youngest decided that she wanted to, like, pull the tag so it, like, turned
No.
on, and I was like, "No," but it's fine, it's totally fine. Um, and then another little Tamagotchi, thing is that Stray Kids, who's also another really popular K-pop group, they recently did a collab with Tamagotchi or Tamagotchi, where there's they for each member in the group, they all have like an animal that they're connected with that's like their animal. And so they did themed Tamagotchis to
Interesting.
each member. So it's really cute. But those are like stupid expensive. They were to buy them off of like the management company's site, they were like $60. So no
Each?
thank you. Yeah, we could talk
Oh,
about K-pop merchandise and how expensive it is, but like I don't want to talk about it. I just like to have it.
I don't want to
But
talk
then
about
if
it.
Brian ever like probably found out how much money I've actually spent on K-pop merch, he'd be like, what the fuck, Natalie? Not that it would matter. But yeah, so that was like my big one. I loved that. And then they had the spin-off version,
Hmm.
which I don't remember what that one was called. But it was like, do you have a Tamagotchi? Do you have blah 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 blah, whatever the other brand was.
Hmm.
Um I was like, was it Digimon? And I was like, no, that was like the Pokemon
Yeah.
thing. Um But that was like one of the biggest things. Oh, and then Furbies. I always wanted a Furby.
Yeah.
Always wanted a Furby. And my mom was like a hard no. She was like a hard pass because she thought that they were creepy, like that they were super
I
creepy.
mean, they are.
No, and they are so creepy. And like as an adult now, I'm like, absolutely not. Keep that demon out of my home. Like it's not. It's
Yum.
Yeah. No, it's not coming. It's not coming in here. You can keep that for yourself. Um, but yeah, so I always and one of my friends had one and I was like, "Man, she's so cool. She has a Furby. Her parents got her a Furby." But I'm thankful that I never had to deal with that scary horror story of Furby.
It would wake me up at
Um,
night, the Furby. It would like,
did you have one?
yeah, I had one. I remember
Yeah.
buying it kind of later. So like
Mhm.
people were getting them more so like in elementary school when they came out. But like I
Mhm.
had a weird attachment to it when I was in middle school, but also I had a lot of like kind of trauma things happen to
Drama.
me that I don't
Wee, wee,
remember.
wee.
But I had it, and because in my childhood bedroom, um, I always pushed my beds up to like the corners. I've never really had it
Mhm.
like in the middle because like utilize space, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I had, as you came into my childhood bedroom, there was a bookshelf, and on my bookshelf, I just put all of like my Beanie Babies and like my little like doodad things, little, a lot of like figurine things. And Furby, I had to put up here. And I swear he would move
Ew. No.
because I would like wake up and
No.
he'd be like on another shelf.
No, thank you.
So I would put him back up.
Nope.
But it was
Go
like,
away.
feed me. I'm hungry. Yum. And you would have to like press down on this tongue to like feed him.
Nope.
Ugh. And he would like burp,
Mm-mm,
and he
mm-mm.
would say things that you said all the time. Yeah. I have
Yeah.
a jacket. So, Black Milk did a collab
Mhm.
with Furby not that long ago, and I got the jacket. It's the most comfy cozy jacket, but on the
Yeah.
back is a Furby.
Oh,
I
that's
love
so funny.
Furby. So,
I love the idea of Furby and I like
yeah.
the nostalgic bit of it, but I'm way too paranoid. And
Yeah.
I feel as though if I were to, garden, if you understand what I mean, have a
Uh-huh.
little snack. I would probably be like this and just be
Mm-hmm.
terrified that this thing is talking to me. So we'll just keep the Furby in the past. I'll just keep
So
that for you.
allegedly, so I'm on the Furby Wikipedia page. There's been so many different slogans because the first slogan was, "The more you play with me, the more I do. I will keep amazing you." And
Ew.
apparently,
Ew.
like some mother's thing thought that they were spying on children.
That's true. I do remember that. And they were like,
You
no,
remember
it was
that?
the whole thing
Yeah.
on the news. It was just like, they're
Hmm.
watching your children. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
It was such a trip. That was such a trip.
But
Amazing.
yeah, in
McDonald's
2020,
did. Sorry.
yeah. I was just going to say that 2023 they came back because now everything is nostalgia. Hello, this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
But 2023 they've come back and now they've introduced furblets.
I was just looking at those.
And they're so cute and so small. I think I would have loved that. Um but
Do you remember
no.
when it would change personalities?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
changing. And it would just be like so
We
crazy. Yikes.
Wita Kululu. There's like this whole thing. Wita Ke Wilu. Like
I can't. Ugh. That makes
that's
me think
hilarious.
of when I look at a Furby, when I
Mm-hmm.
look at a Furby, it makes me, and I've never read, watched, or played any of these things, but it makes me think of like Five Nights at Freddy's.
Have you
Just
watched
like
the second
that,
one?
like, no, and I haven't even watched the first one
What?
because it kind of freaks me out.
Yeah, it kind of freaks me out too.
But I
But
kind of want to watch it because I've seen so many like clips on
and
TikTok.
Matthew Lillard is
So beautiful.
he's my guy.
So
Shout out to Matthew
beautiful.
Lillard. If he ever listens
Shout
to this,
out.
just know that I love
Wouldn't
him.
that be amazing? So amazing. Sorry I haven't watched this yet. And then Skeet Ulrich is in it too, right?
Oh
Ugh, the man of my heart.
yeah,
Ugh,
be still my
love it.
heart. All right.
But yeah.
So
Anyways.
to go along with creepy things, one of the toys that I received that I later kind of regretted was the American Girl doll.
Oh.
And I got it because my sister got one. She got the
Mm-hmm.
Kristen and Felicity doll, and I wanted a doll for myself, which was the Molly doll. Molly had the glasses, or the same kind of glasses I had. She had bangs, same kind of bangs I did. I love doing little braids. And then my dog Simba ate her hair off.
What?
These dolls were over
Hakuna Matata, I
$100,
guess.
and he ate her hair off. And you know what? Because I'm a fucking brat, I said, give me a new one.
New one.
Give me a new one. I'm gonna
Was
save my money and buy a new one.
I
But what
wonder
do you
if that
what do
was
you do with
before
them?
well, I thought you could send it back at one point. Maybe it was before you could do this. But now if you have a problem with your American Girl doll, you can send her to the hospital
Yeah, my mom did that
and like
later in life and gave that to me as like a graduation present from college. And I was like, I'm 24, mom. Thanks.
that's
Thanks
like
for
my
my
mom asking
Molly
me,
doll.
my mom for years, because I like porcelain dolls. I liked porcelain
Oh,
dolls when I was
creepy.
younger. I loved
Hmm.
them. Costco did like every year they would come out with a new one, and I have them all. Like my mom
Hmm.
has them at her house. And she was like, "I was going through all the stuff. Would you like to have these dolls?" And I was like, "No thanks, mom. No
That's
thank
how those movies start,
you."
you know?
Yeah. I also had an American Girl doll. I had Kit.
Kit, she was one of the newer
Yeah,
ones, right?
she was.
Because there
So
was
my
like the
younger
original
sister,
5.
my younger sister had a Molly doll. And then my
Okay.
grandma also had a Molly doll. Um, and I was like, I really want one, but I was kind of on that cusp of like, it was almost too old to be like receiving dolls to like play with, you know?
Mhm.
Um, and I was like, but I really want one. So I ended up getting Kit. Kit was the she was the 1920s, the Great Depression doll.
Mm.
So like her
Okay.
dad, the whole backstory, like her dad was, he had a really good job, and then the Great Depression happened, and then they had to learn how to survive on like
All of these dolls
nothing.
just, like, endured trauma, like, a lot. Did you ever have any of their books?
Yes, I read all the books,
All of the books. I
all of
loved
them.
those books.
Samantha,
Yeah.
like Samantha, I love Samantha. But do you know what I loved more than actually? So I also had it, but I, in my opinion, feel like the hype of an American Girl doll was more than the thing
Mm. Yeah.
because I liked, and even still to this day, like to look at the catalog way more than having the actual thing.
The catalog itself smelled so good to me.
Yeah, it was so beautiful because you could see.
$175 for a Samantha doll?
Mm, yeah. Isn't that wild? Wild. Yeah.
I just have these guys sitting in Tupperware.
But do you have the OG version or like the newer
Yeah.
version? There's like
The
2 different.
What does that mean? How have they changed them?
So the American Girl doll company was owned by, I don't even remember what the original brand was, but it was owned by a different company, and then it was bought out by a major doll company.
Mhm.
I'm really bad at facts, and I probably should get some more
You could make
information to
them up
share.
and no one would know.
But anyways, it was started by like a company, and then it got bought out by another company, and they changed the way that they made the dolls. So there's like the
Oh.
original, because there was the original 4. What was it? Molly, Samantha, Kirsten, and Addie. So those were like
Mhm.
the original. No, and Felicity. So there was 5, the original 5, and then they
Mhm.
added Josefina, and then started adding in like Kit, and then they added a bunch of like other ones. But um the dolls used to be like a full body, full plastic
Yeah.
body, and now it's not.
Oh.
It's
So
like
mine isn't a full plastic
soft.
body. Mine
Yeah.
always had the soft body, but it
Mhm.
had the arms that were attached to a soft body.
Yeah, and I remember that it, maybe I'm a crazy person, but I thought that it had like a full solid body, and then they changed it, and then it became a softer body. I'll have to do some
Hmm.
research on this because that's gonna make me crazy. But I remember that like one of the girls that I hung out with because she lived really close to me, she had 3 American Girl dolls. And they were, like, all posted up, like, on a shelf, like, just
Yeah.
standing up
I am
together, and I was like,
shocked. I'm just
"Damn."
over here shocked. I mean, I know inflation happens, but $175 and I'm over here whining because the hair fell off of one.
I
Which I
think
also
when
think that she had like puncture marks in her skull too, so it wasn't like a just glue it back on thing.
no, their hair, let's just be really real, their hair wasn't put on in the best way. Let's be real. Um, have you ever watched videos from a content creator called, I think it's Hexian, but they
Mm,
take dolls and, like, recreate them. So they like wipe off all of the existing factory
Yeah.
paint,
Mhm.
redraw all of the makeup, relay the hair, like sews outfits. It's fantastic. But it's not,
Really?
the dolls weren't made like that.
Yeah, I've seen them. Really cool. But like that's also the thing of like a lot of this is like these cool dolls in different time periods interwoven into history. Obviously fake stories and stuff, but
Very
it's
fake
like
stories.
I I didn't appreciate it for what it was. I just thought it was so
Mhm.
easily accessible.
Mhm.
I got the catalog, but like my brain of like how does the item get shipped to my home and how do you pay for that, like that's like a lost thing of like sending in a money order waiting for that to come back. It's like 8 to whatever 12 weeks that it shows up.
Yeah.
I don't know how my parents did it.
I don't
How did this
I don't
happen?
either. It's so crazy to me to think that you had to like, and remember, because it would come with like the little like check envelope, and you would have to
Mhm.
like mail, they would, I certainly didn't. But you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you just as a child are just like circling through, and as a mom now to girls who like look through these catalogs and they're just like circling shit like we're made out of tons of money. They're just like, oh, this and this and this. And it's like,
Mhm.
I love that for them. And I love to be able to like see that and come like full circle and be like, oh, I used to do that. And just like circle things because I thought it looked cool. Um, but I remember that those stories and like those books were like, I don't want to be like, they're monumental to like core memories that I had, but they really inspired me to do different things.
Mhm.
Like Samantha's story specifically, there was a part where they made like peppermint ice cream, but they like hand
Mm.
cranked the
The hand cranked it.
yeah. Yeah,
Yes.
or
Oh
there
my
in
gosh.
Molly's story talked about how like because they had victory gardens because Molly's story was during World War II. And like
Mhm.
she would talk about how she hated rutabagas or parsnips. It was parsnips. She hated
Yeah.
parsnips because they looked like a carrot, but people would like put sweetener, like sugar and cinnamon on them. And I was like,
Mhm.
"What? Like, why would you ever do that to a vegetable?" And to this day, I'm like, parsnips are not for me.
Yeah.
Um, but I love those stories. That was right when I started getting into reading.
Mhm.
Um, and then my like next big thing. I would guess I wanted more books, I guess, than toys when I was growing up. But I really liked the Diaries book series,
Mm.
um, where they did like fictional stories about like historical figures. So there
Mm.
was one about Marie Antoinette, totally fake. There was one about what was it? Well, the one that I read that I really loved, and I think my mom still has it, but it was called like The Winter of the Red Snow, and it was set in like Revolutionary
Oh,
War
I
times.
read that one. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
But it was, oh, they were called Dear America.
Yeah, the Dear
Yeah,
America
yeah, yeah.
books.
Dear America. And then they did like ones that were historical figures. So they did like Catherine. I think they did Catherine of Aragon. They did Queen Elizabeth the First, Marie
Mhm.
Antoinette. Um, they did the last princess, like the last Hawaiian princess.
Mm.
I don't remember what her name was, but yeah, I ate these books up because I was like, these are the stories that I like. Because I do love a diary book,
Yeah.
something that makes me feel like I'm living like in that person's realm. Love it.
Mhm.
I love it. So yeah,
Absolutely.
that was one of the biggest things that I had asked for was I was like, give me these books. I want all these books. I want to just
Yeah, eat
swallow
them
them
right
all
up.
up. What about you? What's one that you like loved that you were like hyped about and then you got it?
And then I got it. I think
Mm.
for me, as because like I mean, I grew up poor, and then something happened, and like parents started making a little bit more money, and we were able to get things on our lists. But the one thing that was like a big deal was like getting the original iPod, or I accidentally asked for the iPod Shuffle,
Ew, no.
and
Why?
it's like this big, and there's
Yeah.
no screen, and my mom was
Mm-mm.
like, this is what you asked for. I don't know if it was for a Christmas or a birthday, but I just remember being like, don't make the same mistake, because my birthday is in August. So then I had
Mm-hmm.
like a couple months, and I was like, don't make the same mistake. So I got another iPod. Um, and the iPod was the one that is still, that I'm still using.
Do you still have it?
Yeah, I still have my big,
What
it's like it
color?
has a terabyte in it. It's just the black one.
Mm.
The one that's like that big or whatever, and has a um an analog screen, or the analog kind of colors. It's not like a colored, screen or whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
for a long time, my radio in my car didn't work, so I just used the auxiliary, and the only thing to get my music on it was my iPod, and
If it works.
it just has a bunch of downloaded songs from LimeWire, or the ones that I downloaded from, because I used to rent albums from the library and rip them
Mm-hmm.
onto the family computer. But it has days and days and days of music, because I got the
Yeah.
terabyte one, because that's what I
Yeah.
wanted. I wanted something that I could put a collection of all my music on there.
Mm-hmm.
And if I ever just want to trip down memory lane, that's what I choose to use. So,
I
what
love
about
that.
you?
I also got an iPod. Well, I didn't get an iPod. I got an iPod mini and it
Hmm.
was the color. And
Which
mine was
color?
green.
You're just a green gal. You
Green
just got
gal. Yeah,
green.
green is my one of my most favorite colors.
Hmm.
Um as I get older, I'm falling more into more pinks and purples, but when I
Yeah.
was growing up, it was green. But it was green because when I was younger, my sister and I are only 15 months apart, and so my mom always dressed us in pink and blue, and my older sister was
Hmm.
pink and I was in blue, so like pink was always like not for you. Um
Yeah.
but I got my younger sister got a pink iPod mini and I got the green, which I was totally fine with. And then my car got
Mhm.
broken into and someone stole it.
No.
And that
No.
was a bummer. Um but I got a replacement and I got the like gunmetal one that came with a camera. Do you remember that?
Oh my god.
Like the new version where it had like the big display.
Yeah.
I think I still have it like in my memory box, but like I have no plug for that. Mm-mm.
Yeah. I had to order a plug uh recently for it online, because it it
Nothing.
just didn't. It was
Nothing. It has
not.
nothing. It just doesn't.
Yeah.
Nowhere you can't find anything. But I mean, as I get older, it's an interesting thing to think of like what do I really want
Hmm.
for the holidays? Because, as an adult who has adult money, you can pretty much within reason just buy the things that you want and then you don't have to go through like the rigmarole of like trying to explain it to your family like
Hmm.
of like why you would want something like that or why you would like something and you can just buy it
Right.
for yourself. Um my like go-to is like, can I get like, can you put some money on a gift card for like Carnival Cruise so that like I could
Honestly,
take a vacation,
iconic.
please?
I'll tell you. Um, I my husband and I have this thing where like we get each other small things, but if we want like a big item, we buy it ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So I asked him for for this year. I asked him for like Switch 2 um accessories
Oh,
or
uh-huh.
like games and stuff, and I've given him those kinds of things. Where like
Yeah.
that's not cheap things, but like
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna buy the Switch 2 for myself. Like that's something that I want to do for myself because
Yeah, you're
this
not
year,
asking for like a Dyson hair dryer.
yeah. For the person that never has time
Yeah.
to blow dry my hair, I'm not gonna do that, you know. Um, Whereas like for myself, I'm always of like I think I'm hard to shop for because if I want it, I'm gonna get it.
I'm gonna
You know
just
what I
get it for
mean?
myself.
I'll
Yes.
just buy it.
Yes.
If I need it, I'm gonna buy it. If I want it, I'm gonna buy it.
If I want it, I'm gonna buy it. And that's
Yeah.
probably such a pain. It's such a pain in the ass. I can only imagine that it's such a pain in the ass, specifically for like my husband, is that like he's like, well, I'm impatient. I'm impatient as a
Yeah,
person.
same.
And like if I think about it, then I'm like, I might as well just get it. And then
Mhm.
I'll just take care of it and then it'll be done. And he's like, but Christmas is coming. So like,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
But
Christmas, don't you want to wait? And it's like, I actually don't.
I don't want to. Speaking of two things, I bought, and I don't know if it has come across like your feed at all. But I do my own nails,
Oh,
and Beatles brand had like this advent calendar that they came out with, and it was a little bit expensive. But your girl bought it for herself because treat
okay.
yourself. And
Yeah.
I opened all of it in one day.
In one day?
And I can't wait. I'm really bad. I couldn't wait. And t- to be fair, we already watched one of there's a content creator that I watch on YouTube, and she does like
Mhm.
Timu nail hauls, and like she does her own nails and
Mhm.
stuff too. And she got it as like uh PR. I wish I got fucking PR from someone from Beatles to save me some money.
Yeah, that would be
Um
fantastic.
It would be great. I would probably need to post more that I actually do this stuff so they know I'm not just some like random. Um, but there I went through the whole box and I was like, huzzah for me. Which probably I could have just like let him get me for a gift, but like that didn't happen. Um,
But, you know.
but the thing that I really want this year for Christmas is, also saw it on TikTok. They do these things like lucky scoops, and they're these creators, and I'll send you it on TikTok. It's such a for me, it's like ASMR videos. So it's like a cup of beads, and you can buy like 1 scoop, 2 scoop, 3 scoop, and they do like a scoop of beads into this plate, and there's a like a poster behind where they're scooping, and they're wearing like meta glasses, so you just like can see like what they're doing on a desk. And they do a scoop of these beads, and then they take the beads and connect them to the item that is like related to the beads. So it's like a purple bead is
Oh.
for like a notebook, a pink bead is for an eye mask, like, and it's all heavily themed in like Sanrio, Kawaii, like
Oh.
Miffy, uh super super cute. Um
I love that.
Anyways, so that was what I wanted for Christmas. It kind of like the creator and the company, it's all done I mean, I imagine it's probably like a group of people that do these things, but well, because there's a
Yeah.
lot of people that do like similar lucky scoop type of things. Um, but they all come from they're all coming from China. But that's what I wanted for Christmas. And so I was like, this is so I kept sending him videos to the point that now it's like in his For You.
Mhm.
Um, but I think that's the best way. Like if there's something that you really like, you're like, I really like this. Check this out. I really, I'm really giving you the hints.
It's true.
But I
Um,
think we've gotten to a point where it's just like I like giving gifts to my family and my friends.
mhm.
Um, but I'm really hard to be like, what's something that I want? And I
That's fair.
have a hard time with that.
Well, have we covered all of our everything on our list?
I think so.
Well,
We
if there
had
is a toy or thing that you remember getting, leave us your story down in the comments down below, or send it to
yes, please.
peakmillennialspod@gmail.com, or slide into our little slippery DMs. We'll be posting things more this week. We have time and energy to do that.
Sorry, my face just got really weird. I was
Yeah.
opening my iPad because I was going to pull up to look at like our Reddit stuff, and
Mhm.
my mouse is like mirroring on my iPad, and that really freaked me out.
Oh, I didn't
Apple
know it could do
creeps me
that.
out sometimes. I didn't know it could either. I mean, it
Well, we
saves
do
me.
have. I was
No,
going
go
to say
ahead.
we just
Sorry.
have two stories today for our Ask Millennials. Um, which remember you can send in your stories, send in your questions for advice, all the things over at Peak Millennials Pod, or send us a DM. We love to hear from you.
Mm,
But I have two customer service related stories specifically related to the holidays. Um, and we're going to talk about them. Um,
yeah,
I can do the first one and then you can do the F this job one.
sure.
So
You
the
got it,
first
dude.
story I put in here that is coming from the subreddit called Retail Hell. Customer complaint claims I threatened a customer. Have you ever had a customer complain about you?
Yes, many times.
I at
Many
Starbucks
times.
got written up because a guy thought that I called him a see you next Tuesday. And
Oh.
that wasn't like in my vocabulary at the time. Now it probably would
Mhm.
be, but it was one of those things that like I didn't really know what that word was. And I
You're
figured
like,
out what it was is I was telling the barista, I'm going to go do the count. So like the inventory count. Um, and I
oh.
was asking them to ring him up so that I could step off the floor, but he thought that I called him a see you next Tuesday. So, but I had to have like character witnesses and like um my barista read a statement. But yeah, it was not very
Ew,
nice. So
no.
yeah. But
No, no, no,
okay.
no, 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 no.
So this is from 2 hours ago. So a colleague recently
Fresh.
informed me of a complaint that my store received regarding me threatening a customer. Starting off with this with my side of the story, I was working on the till and I was about to ask if the customer was a loyalty member, and he cut me off with a whistle and waved his card at me. I, of course, don't
Mm-mm.
appreciate that type of disrespect. Therefore, I brought it up immediately and followed it up with something along the lines of, no worries, but just be careful with that. A lot of people can take that the wrong way and then continue checking him out as usual. I would have said something worse, but the customer complaint claims that this line that I said was passive aggressive threat. I'd like to just continue off by saying that I never ever threaten a customer, and that was not my intention when I said that. My intention was to let him know that I wasn't personally offended. However, just watch with that in the future. The complaint does quote me, but in a way that makes it sound much more aggressive than I believe I was. I haven't been brought up to management regarding this yet, but I just like to get advice from you guys on how I could have approached this differently. You know what I hate is that in customer service, we are expected to just take people's shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
We are
because
just
you work in customer service, so you're just expected, you're below them. You're below the customer because the customer, quote unquote, is always right. But in fact,
mhm.
the customer is hardly ever right.
That's also the
Hardly.
thing. But I don't know if I'm saying, "Hey, would you like to sign up for a loyalty card?" and I'm over here grabbing this card.
Oh, that would irritate the hell right out of me. Um,
I
one of the
I I
biggest
don't know if I
things.
would have been as nice as this person was. I probably would have been like,
Uh-uh.
"Oops, hey, oh no, it's oh, did you think that that was the way to do that? Would you like me to show you how to do it better next time?"
But
Like,
like, what kind of card is he wait? Like, for one, what store are you at? Like,
yeah.
you handle your own card, sir. You tap that card, you swipe
Yeah.
it. You don't need me. I don't need your card. You giving it to me because I can have a shopping spree. You're giving it to me now, like it's my card. Um, that's
Here's
one
my
of the
card.
that's so annoying. Like, um, have you? I would imagine that he has, or that this person has a reason for why they're acting in that way,
Mhm.
but the customer was acting as passive aggressive, not even passive aggressive. He was just acting in an aggressive manner, and the cashier was like, "Hey, probably wouldn't act that way in the future." Just knowing. They're getting it out of their system.
Mhm.
All right. But I mean, like, he was acting aggressively in the first place, and the cashier was just trying to, like, kind of make light of it, of like,
Mhm.
let's not act like that in the future. Like, let's just be respectful. And I do know, and I do know, and I do feel as though people do not respect customer service
Right.
employees, and expect them to just like wait on them hand and foot, and
Because
that
I
they
don't think that
just
they
need.
see them as human, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
It's, yeah. So I don't feel like this person was being an asshole at all. Um, and if they were to look back on the tapes, they would see this person acting super aggressively and move right along. Mhm.
Guys, Penny has a lot to say apparently. Um, I definitely think saying, "Oh, no worries," but just be careful with that. Lots of people can take it the wrong way. It does matter your tone because, "Oh, no worries," but lots of people could take that the wrong way. Oh, okay, you matched energy, and I don't think that he was
Mhm.
expecting that. And I think there is a consequence to that. Like, I fully support people matching energy. I fully support people standing up
Yeah.
for themselves. But we have to realize, especially in this economy, is that at any moment you can have a customer complaint because those people are rarely calling to complain that I had a great experience.
No.
They matched my energy and I needed to be
I
humbled.
loved them. They were so great.
They were so
No.
great. I try to do it as much as possible, but it is one of those things of this rarely happens.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I always tried to
It's
be on my
mostly
best
the
behavior.
terrible, terrible. It was the worst. It was so awful. And no one really sees like the positive side of stuff anymore.
But I always tried it. Like the only advices I would give is just be like, hey, like in the future, just be like customer service Barbie. Oh, is that oh, is that your loyalty card? Oh no. Could you place it in my hand, please? Thank you so much. I was sure that's what you were doing, but I wanted to make sure. I don't
I'm
know. It's not how people usually do it.
Do you ever remember just like going to the back room and you're just like, like, and you would just lose
Everything.
everything.
Mm-hmm.
I had a customer that used to, because like the rule, and I don't know if American Eagle or Old Navy was the same, but Torrid, I always feel bad. I'm like dropping Torrid name all the time. If you had a client in the store after closing, that
Mm-hmm.
you couldn't like force them out,
Right.
that you had to wait and you just had to like let them do their thing. And we would constantly have one customer who would stay well past closing, because it was
No.
like her escape away from like her home life, which again, that's sad. And
But
everybody's
that's
got
not
their
your
own stuff.
responsibility.
But she would always stay and like try on 9 trillion things and then only end up buying, like, she'd want to haggle the price. I'm like, we're not at a flea market. Like, the prices are set. Like, you can't do that. But yeah, that would be, but you were expected to just pretend as if you didn't have your own family to come home to, or your own
Right.
things you needed to do after work, that you just had to stay and be there. And that, so annoying.
Fortunately,
But
with when I worked at Banana Republic, because it was a city store, the
mm-hmm,
registers turned off 15 minutes
mm-hmm.
after closing.
Ugh, that sounds like a
So
dream.
if a
That sounds
customer
like a
came
dream.
up 16 minutes after closing, it literally I could not type in without a manager or someone overriding something for an exception. And I would
That's
always
crazy.
tell people who would just be, I'd be like, "Oh, it's closing time," or, "Hey, it's 5 after. I'm so sorry. I'm letting you know you need to either head to the cash wrap or, head out. We open at 7 a.m. on, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not 7 a.m., probably 9 a.m. But and they'd be like, "Oh, I'll be ready in just a minute." And be like, "Okay, I do want to warn you. We get logged out of our registers at 15 after." So
Please hurry up, please. Please hurry up,
and they'd be
please.
like, "Oh, you mean I can't do it?" And it's like, "Nope."
No. That's what logged out means.
Mm-hmm.
That's what logged out means.
Mm-hmm.
I feel bad
Anyways,
for retail people all the time. Just be
I
nice to retail workers. Ugh.
absolutely.
Anyways, do you want me to read this number 2?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. This one is a little explicit. So if you don't want to
Spicy,
hear some
spicy.
swears, move along.
Penny
The
lane ham
title of
sandwich.
the title of this one is F Me.
Sorry, my dog is
Uh
eating a
oh
tissue.
no. Oh, gross.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully it's clean. So
Probably not.
so the story goes, it got decided, in bunny ears quotations, a few months back, that I'd be the store Santa this year. Why? Because I'm white. That's it. For reference, our store is located in an Alaskan bush village, and everyone, save a handful of people, the 2 managers and myself, are
Effie,
obviously Native
help!
Alaskan.
Yes, I need help.
Last year, I made it clear I wasn't going to be made to, and neither previous manager argued, having a coworker take it on. This year, and with my new managers, so wasn't given much options. So here I am, not looking forward to next Saturday and only hoping that either we get another freak blizzard or something else happens to make it nearly no one show up. Sure, I was assured that it means that I don't have to do my normal work, but likely 8 GD hours of saying, ho, 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 Merry Christmas, and asking, what would you like for Christmas, little Johnny or Jill, is going to drive me batty. I don't do shit like this. I don't like Christmas to begin with. And in all likelihood, all I'm going to do is make little kids cry and traumatize them. So likely get pissed on because they're scared. Fucking Christ on a cross.
So I
What
picked
is this
this.
scary person?
So then I picked this mostly because it's like this person is clearly like upset that they're being forced to be a Santa, right? They're being
Right.
forced to do this thing that is part of the retail experience. I am sure when they got hired for their job, it was not a criterion that you will have to be Santa. But
Yeah.
someone in management made it their mission, and this was the result.
Do you know what this makes me think of, though?
What?
You don't smell like Santa. You smell like beef and cheese.
You smell like beef and cheese.
That is one of my favorite favorite lines from that movie, and I could probably watch it every single year. No, and I do. I feel bad for this person that they're like, "Hey, I don't really want to do this. Have so and so do it." And
Mhm.
then the new managers are like, "No, man, you get to do it." And he's like, "I just don't really want to do it."
Mhm.
In my opinion, like, have the manager do it. Like, um, I would love this. I loved dressing up for a job.
Mhm.
So like to be able to dress up in character to do something, I'd be like, me, pretend to be someone else, me. I would love to do like a cosplay moment, dress up in a
Mhm.
suit, like pretend to not be myself. Like, ugh, I love
Yeah.
that. Um, but yeah, or I mean, he could just say that it's against his religion, his personal beliefs.
Right.
Um, if it's not like a job requirement and it's more of a voluntold situation, he can just say no. Like if it's not a written requirement of something that he has to
Right.
do.
Show me where in my job description does it require me to be in Santa. But like I just want to know what business this is because
Mhm.
what business is forcing someone to be this Santa that you wouldn't already think like there's a possibility of me being Santa at this job. So if it's at like a toy store or bookstore or something store,
Mhm.
like there's obviously like a child population. So like it is possible that it's not like a child store,
Mhm.
but I don't know.
Well,
It just sounds terrible.
the p- the point of them saying like uh everyone that works at the store is Native Alaskan except for,
Mhm.
the him and 2 other managers. Like, much like Jesus, Why does Santa have to be white? He doesn't need to be. Has no one seen the Santa Claus where like he is literally listing off all of the different names of Santa, Papa Noel, Topo-GI. Like there's so many different cultures that identify with a Santa type. That's my favorite one, by the way. We watched that the other day, and it's when he's like Popo
I love
Um,
that so much.
but there's so many cultures that identify a Santa-like figure that
Mhm.
brings gifts and whatever. Like uh, people in Italy aren't freaking white. People in Spain aren't white. Like, do you really think that they just have like this picture of white Santa just like listed up on their wall? Like
Mhm.
he's a fictional character. He can be whatever color you want him to be, for Pete's sake. Like, sorry, any children. If I hope children aren't. I mean, like, we're not really meant for children, but you know what I mean. Um, but I mean, you just Santa's whoever you want him to be. You want him to
Santa
be,
is whoever you want him to be.
yeah, he doesn't need to be white. So like let him be brown, let him be tan, let him be whatever. Whatever color. Rosy cheeked, not rosy cheeked. As long as you've got that spirit in your heart, it's all good. I hope my children aren't listening.
Well, that is it for this show. I know it's a little bit shorter than we usually do. I gotta head out.
Oh yeah, you gotta skedaddle, my friend.
Yeah, I gotta skedaddle. But Natalie, where can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram and TikTok, both at Natalie Christina. What about you, my dude?
You can find me anywhere there's social media _queer auntie. I went live and did some other kinds of
Huzzah!
some interviews. I've resurrected the Collins on the Rocks. So
Ooh.
it's been a little drinking games plus interviews plus having a ball. So go take a look at those episodes, and we have some holiday episodes coming up here really soon. So
Yeah.
I got a lot of things going on, but this is always the highlight of my week.
Yeah, and then next week
is the Haunted Halloween Market. Are you excited?
Yes, I am so excited. I think we should post some photos to we'll post some stories for our listeners too. I'm very excited to have a day with you. Oh, it's an evening, by the way. It's evening with you. Afternoon and evening.
Afternoon and evening.
Afternoon and evening.
And remember to email us peakmillennialspod@gmail.com. Like, share, subscribe, and be kind to each other. I don't know.
Yeah.
The holidays, man.
Huzzah, huzzah. Be kind. Be kind, be kind.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.